Okay, hey guys. You know, I didn't really. Yeah, I guess you didn't really expect a Pokemon Go video today, right? But well, today is the 13th of January, and we are right now coming to the end of Groudon's appearance in Pokemon Go as a raid boss. Now, I did say that I would feature some Groudon raids for the new year, but that idea was scrapped, postponed until right now because I still had to get some New Year's stuff sorted out. My new goals for 2018, slowly implementing my the steps towards my eventual goal. And for that, you can check out my 2017 best of the year 2017 video. If you want to know more about my goals for the year 2018. But anyway, here's the thing that surprised me today. Just when I thought the legendary action was over, well, guess what? It's not. It's not, guys. Kyogre has been announced just pretty recently. If if you actually look up Pokemon Go Kyogre, which I am doing right now, it says top stories on top stories. 4 hours ago, just 4 hours ago, Polygon has announced the legendary Kyogre is now in Pokemon Go, which I mean, oh my days! I mean, oh wow! So, just reading off the Polygon website right now. Pokemon Go players can now fight Kyogre, the water-type legendary from the Hoenn region. The Pokemon will be featured in raid battles worldwide from January 12th to February 14th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So yes, Kyogre is officially out, and in celebration of the first 2 weeks of the new year, I will be doing both Kyogre and Groudon raids. Well, preferably both within the same time period, at least before Groudon makes its disappearance on the 15th of January. So, yes, let's talk about Kyogre now as a raid boss. Kyogre, of course, you've just heard it's a water type, and I know most of you already know this, but what a disappointment! There were no primal forms that were implemented. So, no primal Kyogre, no primal Groudon. Well, of course, most of you already know this, but that makes Groudon a pure ground type. So, Kyogre being a pure water type is weak to grass and electric type moves. I'll be putting a chart up here for the best counters to use against Kyogre. So, well, as you can see, Raikou and Zapdos taking the 2 top spots, and then followed by Sceptile. If you have gotten your Sceptile, definitely use it. Executor, I think by now most of you should have Executors. Groudon, if you have already gotten a Groudon with Solar Beam, use it. Well, if this is maybe your second, third, fourth, fifth Kyogres with Thunders are also usable against more Kyogres. So, well, yeah, other than that, yeah, these would be definitely the common picks for a Kyogre raid. So now, let's go over Kyogre's moveset. Right now, as a fast move, it has Waterfall as a fast move, and 3 charge moves: Hydro Pump, Blizzard, and Thunder. So you want to use different types of Pokemon for different charge moves. So if it has Waterfall as a charge move, definitely you can use anything for that, really. Well, if it has Blizzard, definitely no to grass types. So Raikou, Zapdos, preferably a Raikou, because it doesn't have that weakness to ice type attacks. So if it has Thunder as a charge move, if your Kyogre has Thunder, the raid Kyogre has Thunder as a charge move, I would recommend the Groudon or anything that resists or grass types that resist that Thunder. So, yeah, I think the only thing now left to go through is the max CP for the perfect IV. Kyogre that you're gonna receive. Well, it is exactly the same as Groudon. Well, if you've rated the Groudon, so the perfect IV without a weather boost is 23-28. With the weather boost, it's 29-10. So yeah, that's about it for Kyogre information. Yeah. Well, I know I didn't really go through a lot of Groudon information on the channel, but I think you guys should already know about Groudon. It's been out for almost a month now. I'm just going to quickly go over Groudon. It's a pure ground type, weak to water, grass, and ice type attacks. So, yeah, again, I'll leave this wonderful chart up here from Pokemon Go Hub. And, yeah. Groudon's possible movesets, they are Iron Tail, Mud Slap as quick moves, and Fire Blast, Solar Beam, and Earthquake as charge moves. Just putting it out there. So, yeah. I wish you trainers the best of luck with your Groudon raids if you're still doing them, and also Kyogre raids, since that's the new thing right now. So, yes, I will see you at the first legendary raid of 2018, at least first one on TaeganAdventures. So, yes, see you then. Okay, so for this Groudon raid, I know the recording isn't that complete, but well, on my recommended team list, I did see that there weren't many water types to counter water types in my recommended team, so I supposed, this Groudon actually has Solar Beam as its charge move, and so this was the team I ended up choosing, and yeah, let's see how this battle goes. And screen fades black as usual, like all raids, and there it is, the Groudon. Actually, as you can see, I took advantage of the water type weather boost right there with the rain. Yes, in fact, I was raiding out there in the rain, and yeah, at this point in the raid, the rain started to get really heavy, and so I had experienced a few network errors here and there, and I had trouble getting into the raid myself. So anyway, yes, indeed, this Groudon does have Solar Beam as its charge move, as you can see on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. So, well, in case you're wondering why I didn't decide to bring up my camera and I decided to do a voiceover instead, is because, well, number one, there was a construction going on, some construction work, and number two, it was raining pretty darn heavily, and I didn't want my camera to pick up any water damage, well, and also noise from the construction site, which might interfere with my voice, my commentary. So just under 220 seconds on this Groudon raid, 215 right now. At this point, quite a few of my Pokemon have already fainted out, and right now, well, I am gonna switch into my 5th Pokemon, but
Well, I can't see the battle is still progressing, but I am experiencing a pretty bad, pretty crappy lag issue with my own device. So, oh boy. What do I do now? You can see that I am trying to switch out to one of my executors. Dang, the lag. You can see the spinning Pokeball of freaking death right there. And even though the timer is progressing, the Pokemon aren't moving and the health bars are moving, so I decided to reboot the app, restart Pokemon Go, and let's just hope they let me into the raid again. Let me rejoin the battle. Please, Niantic. Okay, I trust that Niantic has fixed all the bugs with the raid system right now. So when I click on that Groudon raid, what happens? Yep, it does show the entry screen, the animation screen, and will it let me in? That is the question. Yes, spinning Pokeball on the top left. Once more. Shite. Network error. Oh, and they do let me in. It's just under 40 seconds on the raid. Groudon already in the red HP zone. And at this point, I'm just gonna rejoin the battle with the team that I have. And I can see the Groudon is at a considerable HP, and oh, lo and behold, there is a lag in the system, as you can see. Well, yep, anyway, 7 golden raspberries, 6 hyper potions, 3 revives, 2 charged TMs, and 500 stardust, and of course, the 10k XP. And I only get 1 premier ball to catch that Groudon. Well, 2298 CP, I don't know what IV that works out to that, but it is a pretty decent one, close to 2300. Well, you know, one major disadvantage about playing in the rain is not only is the reception, the data connection pretty crappy, but your phone gets pretty slippery, so my phone was like basically soaked, and I had to constantly wipe my screen with some tissue paper. And you can see on most of these attempts here, I did hit the grate most of the time, or some of the time, but on some attempts I actually missed the Groudon entirely because my screen was so damn slippery. In case my swearing doesn't convey my frustration with you know how crappy it is playing in the rain. Damn this! Oh, damn the errors! I mean, I actually went into my journal to see if I had caught it or not. I was hoping when I tapped into the gym again, I would get into the catch sequence, which it does, thankfully. And thankfully, I do have the 6 balls remaining, 5 golden raspberries remaining. Niantic didn't try to play tricks on me by shortchanging me with like 1 less ball. So, I was trying out the set circle trick at this instant, but I decided, okay, screw that. I am going to just throw the ball at it with the curveball great throw, and it doesn't go down. So, yeah, at this point, I was pretty darn pissed that I had not caught the Groudon already, and my phone was too darn slippery. Dang it, Rain. I mean, I know I wanted to take advantage of the weather boost, the boost in the water type attacks, but I guess I forgot to take into account like an umbrella or at least some shelter. Well, also, my executors, some of my executors did have Solar Beam, and in case you don't already know, Solar Beam has less accuracy in the rain. Less accuracy, longer charging time. Well, and the Groudon has ran away. Okay, so for this Kyogre, I did have a pretty interesting experience. So let's have a look at the battle. So there goes my EX Raid Pass, clicking on that. So yes, I mean that is a 7 in on the raid. I mean that is a pretty decent size already at the get-go. Well, I was thinking of changing up my team, a few of the attackers, a few of the members on my team weren't very good attackers, Lantern especially, but I couldn't really find any good electric type counters other than my my Raikou. I didn't really get an opportunity to get Zapdos, so I guess Raikou is my best bet in terms of electric type attackers, and both my Jolteons are in there, so maybe I guess I can keep Lantern on my team. For now, I'm just healing up the rest of my mons in case the first batch of 6 fails, meaning all of them just faint out. So anyway, waiting now for the countdown to hit 0 now. I can see that the lobby has been filled up with 20 players. That's good. Tells me that people are very enthusiastic about Kyogre being in Pokemon Go. So anyway, that's about 10 seconds left on the clock, and yes, let the Kyogre raid commence pretty soon. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so there is Kyogre. It has the same raid CP as Groudon. Of course, it is still raining as of when I'm recording my screenplay, and that will boost my electric type attacks. So anyway, down to my second mon, my Meganium. It's holding up quite well, actually, surprisingly, quite well. Oh, it just got one shot by that Hydro Pump. No, I mean not one shot, just got like messed around with. Oh, damn. That Hydro Pump is strong. I mean, at least Lugia. Oh, wait. Lugia got killed by a Hydro Pump. Frig. Okay, so definitely gonna need a second batch of 6 Pokemon to enter, to at least complete this Kyogre raid. Well, at the rate I'm going, I think Yep, yeah, there goes my first team of 6 right now. Well, actually 215 seconds on the clock, and Kyogre has been taken down to a decent amount of HP left. So yeah, just gonna rejoin the battle anyway. There's a pretty sizable group already trying to take down that Kyogre. All 20 of them. Oh, and then just spawned right into a Hydro Pump. That's bad for me, but nonetheless 20 in on the Kyogre raid with just about 180-ish seconds left on the clock. And Kyogre is down with 3 minutes to spare. So on to the catch sequence. Yeah, all the rewards right there. And 10,000 experience. How many balls? 10 balls, 10 Premier Balls on this one. Well, of course, here you can really see the slippery phone and the lag for cell service taking effect here. Well, of course, Kyogre is a much trickier one to deal with because it keeps drifting off to the edges of the screen. Yes, and one thing you may notice is the CP is actually question marks, because it is an indication that the CP of this Kyogre is actually higher than the highest CP Pokemon in my current inventory. Yes, and you can really see the Kyogre's drifting motion taking some really serious effect, and also the effect of my slippery phone and the slight lag due to poor cell service. Well, actually, I had to learn, get accustomed to the distance of Kyogre. The distance. Kyogre is slightly further away from the screen. So it definitely Kyogre, Groudon, the distances have they do need some time to get used to. Although Kyogre, I have been seeing Kyogre out there for like weeks now. Just that I haven't really showcased it on the channel. So yeah, needless to say, I really struggled getting both my Kyogre and my Groudon. And I'm already running low on Premier Balls. You can see I only have 3 Premier Balls left. Well, at this stage, I was still feeling pretty pissed, but I had already calmed myself down from the initial amount of anger and frustration that I had missing my Groudon. Groudon, it'll only be around for a few days. Kyogre, this one is rest in peace, but it'll still be around for about a month. Oh, and I just leveled up. Yay.